Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Before we begin this video and I show the farm, I just really want to thank you for 34 subscribers. Just keep it going, thank you so much. But now I won't waste your time anymore because we should probably just show you the farm. And we haven't built it that big yet. It's actually just like 2 floors or something like that. Like the roof and 1 floor underneath. But you know, it proves the concept that you can actually build this farm, and it definitely works. I'm just gonna start this thing. Oh yeah, I moved to that button. So while this is going, I'm going to try explain. We've used these ones to separate like it into two different parts, so you know it doesn't start bouncing too much. And then it's just basically this thing. It's a really simple thing. It's really compact, and it just goes around and basically shoots the crates and then vacuums them up. And this thing can go in corners, it can go up, it can go down. It's just really great, even though it's kind of slow. But you know, this is an AFK farm. It's not supposed to be like super fast, super efficient. No, it's an AFK. Yeah, you're supposed to like go drink water or something while this thing's going, so yeah. Now here you can see how it actually detects the crate and it destroys it, and then it's just going to continue driving. And as you can see, it missed this one, and that's what the rear pump is used for. And then of course it's going to continue. It's going to take the other one here. As you can see, I actually haven't tested this one yet. Oh yeah. It works. You know, I built this whole track and I've only tested it until like here, so yeah. Oh, that. I'm going to have to fix that too. You can probably just place some bearings, and this thing will basically be free, even though it's not. Now enough of that. You've seen it works. There's just like one bug or something, or one pop. Oh, that one as well. Yeah, well, anyways, you can see it collected like, yeah, it works great. And I actually really suggest you build this thing if you have a lot of like AFK time, or you're able to get a lot of AFK time, and also if you're kind of in the late or mid game, you don't really want to build this thing if you're in the early game, or like in the beginning, because it's not really worth it, even though it's kind of cheap still. There's better things to use these things for, and yeah, just don't do it. And for that, I am also not gonna do a block for block tutorial, because I think that the people that are actually going to build this thing, they probably have to know a little bit and figure out some bits by themselves. And yeah, and also like so you can actually solve these problems when it hits the wall. We're probably gonna have to like change the lane it goes in or something like that to fix that. I'm not sure yet. We'll see later on. So basically, I'm just going to show you kind of fast and really basic how it works. I'm not going to go into the programming and all of those things, but basically it's just a chest with 2 vacuums that is always on if I turn it on like that, and it's just basically just one of these ticking things. It's really simple. Then, as I've seen probably, this one moves to go forward, and that's just a controller. It's this one right there. It's nothing fancy. Like, you can literally use a level 1 controller, or a couple of them. You have to be able to hook all of them up, but it doesn't really matter. It's a simple thing, right? And then you will need 2 more controllers. And that is because you will actually need to hook up these ones to controllers. And like, usually you don't have to do that. You can just hook it up to a logic gate, but we hooked it up to a controller since it has to like start at 1. As you can see, this one starts at 2, this one starts as 1, and as you can see, this one starts as 1, the other one also starts at 1. So you can see they start at 1. It's just reversed when these ones are on. These ones should be off, and And then the programming is really simple. It just takes in the values of these sensors, which are a switch. We don't actually use this. You can see it's just for aesthetics. It doesn't do anything, and you will probably need both of these ones to actually, you know, always hit the target. But you don't need both of these ones. You can just use one. And as you can see, we only have one here. And then basically, if it's supposed to go down, it will detect that bit of it. And that sensor will do it, and it will trigger, and then it's going to do a special sequence. I will show how the sequences work, just so you know how to program it. And yeah, just like that, that's how it moves. It's you will probably be able to repeat that pattern, and then it does this. And that is the movement for going upwards. So it's not really something that is difficult or anything like that. It's just really simple. And then you basically just have to have timers and time it. Now this will depend what controller you're using and all of those things. And then we only have like this ammunition tank hooked up to a potato cannon, so it can actually destroy the crates. And then of course it's basically just these sensors hooked up to a logic gate and an AND gate, so this has to be on for it to actually shoot. And then just back into the cannon. It's a really simple program. You can see it won't falsely fire, but if I go when it's on, it will of course fire. And then these ones are on a bearing, so it can rotate. Both of these ones, but not the ones in the middle, of course. And yeah, that's the basic concept. Well, I really hope you liked this video, and it's hopefully actually helped you with something. Now of course you could build this in like Scrap City to farm like lots of other things, like farm these jello chests. It's just really simple, and it's kind of easy to just set up like this. Everything you have to do though is to actually check where the crates is going to spawn, and you're going to have to check that by yourself. Like this one, it spawns here. We haven't built it here because it's really difficult. And basically how we mark it is just like, it's going to spawn here. Now you will have to take this one away, since otherwise it's going to spawn block the crate. Just think of that, so you don't forget that. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and I really think you actually should subscribe now, because we are creating the GPS system for the flying machine. So I'll just show you actually how it looks right now, because it's not like a secret. And here it is. It's way smaller than the old one actually. The old one was like maybe 20-21 blocks across the accelerometer. This one is like 11 or 10. It's just really small, and also it's way smarter. Like we're actually trying to figure some things out now, but it might be able to fly actually. Well, not really, but it kind of works. And then we have these bits up here that works as a GPS system. More on that later on. Thank you for watching. Bye.